with her right now.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So the South Carolina Gamecocks kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. Looking for blockers. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Catch in the middle. It's Lacey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
They'll try it over the left side. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Howard. Keeps looking downfield. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the second level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Sellers. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Sellers through the noise. Makes the grab. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Sellers to the air again. Fires to the middle. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, they're after him, and down he goes.
No, I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your... dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires left. It's complete. Jumped on top of the pile. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They go play action with Sellers. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Oh, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for room, it's Clark. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Here's Sellers to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Oh my, he just shanked that one. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Ole Miss calls its 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That is going to give that wide receiver nightmares, man. He was wide open. I don't know if there was a coverage bust on the back end, but that is a play that this dude needs to make.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And back to the air on 2nd down. He's going to run it. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Tries to get it on the ground. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Red pass, it's complete. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
14, Ole Miss, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cunningham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. The offense changing the play. From the gun. Throws to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket. Look at
quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Dumps it to the back. Fired in there, but incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
Quarterback making checks. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Man, oh man, the offensive line probably just swelled up a little bit, relying on them on that type of 4th down play.
Oh, and in that kind of situation, if you're the back, there can be no hesitation. You know you can't be dancing around. If you see the crease, you've got to put your foot in the ground and go get it, and he did it right there.
See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Sellers on the play action. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Finding some room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Rolled his way into the end zone.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeps it on the draw. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the D.
Play fake, Sellers. Looking left. And they can't make the connection.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on 1st down. Playing the pass, now forcing the 2nd down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on 1st down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught, and he's got room. Bust through behind his pad. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To the air on first down. Got his man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They go play action with Sellers. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 25. Snags it and he's open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give him a little...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. Ole Miss calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Sellers on the play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snatches it on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Bulldozes his way through. He's loose down the middle. Inside the 30. Inside the to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Oh, maybe a double pass. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Northern Illinois, taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
And it's the Huskies, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here.
Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing, Sellers. He hurls one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Running inside. It's Clark. Got enough for the first. There's a crease. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house.
Number 24 set to take this one away.
Coming out with it, it's Cunningham. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rebels offense is back on the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
You got to do a better job with your decision-making at quarterback. I love the individual effort, escaping when things break down. Now you're trying to find someone open downfield on the scramble drill, but no one's there. Just throw it away. Take the incompletion, live to play another day. But now, because you ran out of bounds, you've lost 3 yards.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 35, and the returner is stopped. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Play fake, Sellers. He wants to go deep. He's got it down the field. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30.
Wilson! Enter!
Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, South Carolina! What a grab in the end zone for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's going to bring this one out. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Howard. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Good gain on the return. This defense has set them up with a big play.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Looking for a gap. It's Fuller. Breaks the tackle. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Can't connect on his first throw.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Oof, you got to be careful.
And they are sending out the field goal unit now. Thought they might spin that wheel of fortune on 4th and short, but they'll line up for the field goal. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being on every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Now on the counter. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go right back to him. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
Looking downfield, it's Knight. Throws for the tight end. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Gonna run it. It's Fuller. Maybe a crease. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
Ooh, and I love the running back here running into the blitz. He saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Back to pass, it's Knight. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. This time he's got it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That's got to be demoralizing for this defense. They've now given up a couple of different 4th downs on this drive with the lead. Someone's got to step up and make a play defensively.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A full dive to haul that one in. And the Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Off play action. He's got the tight end.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake. Got his man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Lofts one high and deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Swings it out to his running back. At midfield, he's got room. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W.